Just gonna wait for a few people to come on in. Get some hello, come on in. Enjoy yourself, stay a while. Whew. Come on in, stay a while. We got a lot to talk about. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. We got a lot to talk about, y'all. All right. Hi. Get a thumbs up as y'all come in. Give a thumbs up as y'all come in. Go get some encouragement before we get into the real nitty gritty. Hello. I am very well aware that it is still early on the West Coast. But on the East Coast, I think it's like 12 something. Hey. It has been crazy, and I have not been. Look, I do my best to stay neutral as far as emotions. It's a lot that's going on that will have you in your emotions. If you are not sound in your mind, you will be emotionally driven. Right now is not the time to be emotionally driven. All right. Hey, come on in. I'm gonna be saying hello to everyone soon. I just want to let's get some encouraging, let's get an encouraging word from the unconditionally loving God, universe, love, whatever you call it, as long as it leads you to love. That card came out. So I'm just gonna leave it right there. Wait for y'all to come on in. Hello to everybody. Come in. Let's see what this says. Courage. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. And that is so fitting for what I wanted to kind of speak to you all about today. That is really fitting. Okay? Baby, you got the
Lighter?
yeah. Yeah. I'm on with y'all. I'm gonna light some incense for myself. So I love incense. How are y'all doing? Drop how y'all feeling right now. Where you tuning in from? Shouting out your city or your country. Sometimes I have people from other countries watching, and I'm grateful and thankful, no matter where you are from, that we are all under the same umbrella of love. That's what matters at this point in time in life. If you are still on a narrative of just discord and misery, you got the wrong channel. You need to go somewhere else. My guys are trying to connect with me right now. I just heard a very sharp, high-pitched shrill in my right ear. What's up, South Carolina? What's up, Philly? Cheesesteak. Greetings to everybody coming in. Ooh. Clearing energy. Doing some sound healing. Give me a minute. I hope everybody is well. Thank you for tuning in. I am Rafiki Simone. I am your Mystic Mama, the original. Always have been, always will be. I'm grateful and thankful to be here on today. And right now, at this point in time, we're going to talk about some of the events that is happening. Okay, but before that, let me just give a special shout out to everybody that's here hanging with me on today. Just Court, Wisdom 15, Dana, Cooper, Leezy Wink, Shantae Perry, Y'all Strange, Love, Dungeon, Miss Jackie C. How are y'all? Special shout out to Miss Cinnamon Toast Toasty, who is a Mystic Manifesting member. All right. Uh, of course, you know that there has been some things that has transpired in the small amount of time that we've had, and we are here to talk about it. If you want me to hear, if you want to discuss a topic, just put it down below. The first thing that I want to speak on, because I want to really be able to get this out of the way. I don't want to really talk long about it because it is very painful to speak about. I am one of those people who just don't like to open up certain energies because it just hurts so much. Hey, Miss Groovy. Special shout out to Miss Groovy, who is a Mystic Manifesting member. We have a manifestation class tomorrow, all right? So if you are on the Mystic membership side, please check the community board for the information. The only way you can check the community board on the Mystic member side is if you are a Mystic member. If you are not, you're not going to be able to see it, all right? Miss Sonya Massey. No, that's number one. I'm going to make this real quick because I'm really not going to be on here on about her for a long time. I don't know if y'all remember me telling y'all that we were going to see manifestations like never before. I'm glad that the cop is being charged with unaliving her. But I am going to tell y'all this. Y'all should know by now. Y'all should, listen to me. I'm going to put this on the side. I'm going to keep this card here because this is a reminder of us living courageously. Because I'm going to tell y'all something right now. I'm not endorsing any celebrities. I don't give a fuck who they are, living or dead, whatever. But I just want to quote somebody. In the beginning of a song called Smile, that has Scarface on it. Tupac Shakur in the beginning says that there was going to be, and I'm just paraphrasing this, there was going to be some things that you are going to see that's going to make it hard for you to smile. But And again, I'm paraphrasing it, but you are going to have to find a way. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been in those times already, but we are approaching the thick of it. We are in the thick of it. You should know by now the tactics of the enemy. I am going to take my time and break this down, but I'm not going to stay on this long. There's a difference. Shout out to Goddess Power, who is a moderator and a mystic member on the channel. Shout out to you. Special shout out. I want y'all to understand the difference between a sacrifice and something actually happening because of someone's ego. All right? That cop was chosen for a reason. To carry this out. Sonya Massey was chosen for a reason. Now, as I'm speaking to you, I'm talking spiritually first. Whatever manifests in the spiritual becomes known in the physical. This is an election year. Remember, and I'm going to talk in riddles here. Allegedly, y'all know when I use that word allegedly, it's just to protect the integrity. It's just to protect what's happening here. But y'all know what time it is. I'm being sarcastic as well. Okay? Allegedly, Black Lives Matter's funds were used to get Biden in office. Pay attention. Do you remember? Now, this part is not alleged. Didn't it take you to a website that was considered to be democratically aligned when you would go and donate to Black Lives Matter? Wasn't it like Campaign Blue or Project Blue or something about blue? And all of a sudden now, Kamala Harris has millions of dollars that's raised by 44 women, allegedly. Please understand, we are in the season of sacrifices. We are in the Jason months. This is the first month of the Jason months, July. Jew freaking lie. They can no longer tell lies to your vision. Television, as we know it, has phased out. If you are familiar with American gods, the old gods got phased out by the two new gods. One of them, their name was media. The other one was technology. And those two young boys who were the new gods and the young gods and American gods started to fight against the old gods. And these old gods were losing. It is very important that you understand to come into this on this channel's door, in this channel's door, and dwell with us in love. You will be blocked. You will be blocked. Coming with any foolishness at this point in time in life, you should be growing beyond foolery. Just a disclaimer. 44,000 women, 44 women, 4,400 women, whatever the number may be. At this point, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter because they've already told us where they are in the timeline. The predictive programming is so real. Leave the World Behind, the movie that Barack Obama produced. They're trying to make it all come to pass. But we say not on our watch. However, the cabal must fall. The perfect timing of the senseless unaliving of Sonya Massey, right as we're getting closer and closer to November, the month of voting. And Joe Biden is able to release a statement that Sonya Massey's family must receive justice for this senseless act. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not saying he said it exactly, but I do remember that he actually did say that her family deserves justice. Do you not think that this is not perfect timing? These people are very well aware of astrological alignments. They are very well aware of the fixed star Al Ghul and how to utilize chaos magic. They are very well aware. We're not going to sit up here and act like the government does not have psychics and warlocks and sorcerers and sorceresses. If you think MK Ultra mind control is real, then you should understand and know that they recruit some of the most intense witches and warlocks from around the world to work for them, because they do understand that the spiritual world lives first before the physical realm. Well, Miss Groovy, unfortunately, the government could not benefit off of that young lady's demise. She was an influencer who was getting recognition because she started to I really believe allegedly, but I'm only saying allegedly because I don't want to be wrong. But as to what I believe, as far as to what I believe, that Shanquella was an influencer who was allegedly gaining followers due to the fact that she was starting to spread her talents amongst celebrities. So whereas her demise may be tied to celebrities, which I still believe to this day, I've already spoke about that. I already have a video up for her. This is different. This is a political game. So if the government has nothing to gain off of that, they won't be pushing the narrative. That's just what it is. We have a young lady who calls the cops to get some form of help because she felt like someone was trying to break into her home, whether she has a mental illness or not. It does not matter at this point because she is no longer here on this side of the living. And the reason why I'm saying it doesn't matter, because even if it did, would they have had mercy on her? Doesn't seem like it. I don't like really going here and talking about this because the energy behind it is just disgusting. Mind you, the name Sonya, because I always go to the meanings of names. They say it's Russian, that it's a Russian name. Sonya is derived from the Greek name Sophia, which means wisdom, knowledge, teaching, and sound judgment. Intelligent, wise, able, prudent. I'm going to say it again. The name Sonya is a Russian offshoot of the Greek name Sophia. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you right now, if it is not obvious already, I'm going to make it real obvious. We are now in the box or in the room where they try to take out the divine feminine energy. It's a reason why. You have to understand that. Her last name, Massey, was a pet form of the name Matthew. There we go again with this Matthew. Thomas Matthew Crooks is the name of the young man who they say is responsible for the attempted assassination of former President 45, Donald J. Trump. It's getting thick, saints. I'm not telling you this for y'all to be afraid. There's no reason for you to fear. There really isn't. There's no reason for you to fear at this time. If you right now have an energy of fear, you got more work to do. You got more inner work to do. And you have more shadow work to do. I'm not saying fear is going to be devoid of all of us. I'm not going to say that fear is never going to just go away. It is a part of life. But when you have fear running you and ruling you, I wanted to again remind you, you cannot run away from this. It doesn't matter what country you move to. You can move to Costa Rica. You can move to Sao Paulo, Brazil, any of the Asian countries. You can move to India. It doesn't matter. You can move to any part of Africa. It does not matter. You cannot outrun what is happening. I want to switch the subject from Sonya Massey. I want to share with y'all something that happened to me the other night. I had an open experience. When I say open experience, it was an open vision with an experience. I was laying down on my back, staring up at the ceiling, feeling the energies that were surrounding me that painted a picture of a series of events that was happening in real time. I received this open vision and I'm going to tell it to y'all. In this open vision, while I was up and awake, I was not in between the sleep realm and the awake realm. I was fully awake. I was given this vision, and in this vision, I seen what looked like lines that could be the equivalent to the video game Snafu. In other words, there were blocks that was put together to make these lines. Okay, it was very 32-bit looking, or 18-bit or 6-bit, but it had this very Atari Snafu feeling. In this open vision, and I want y'all to pay attention to this, there were different lines that were collapsing. And there was a main line that looked like it was made of silver. A silver line. You know, like the wire that people wrap like this, the copper wire or the gold wire or the silver wire. It looked like wire that you wrap your crystals with. But it was silver. And it was a straight line. And I noticed that these snafu looking lines that I could tell was created by these thick blocks started to collapse into the line that was silver. And I began to ask the question to myself, what is this? And then I heard an answer. And this was what the answer was. What you are seeing now are different timelines that were created. For whatever different purposes they were created, they are now collapsing. And they are collapsing into this one timeline that you see that is made of silver. You, Rafiki, are on this timeline, showing me that the silver timeline is where I was. And then I begin to see something like a little person running up on that silver line, something equivalency to like Temple Run or Subway Surfer. And then I watched it a little bit more and then I snapped out of it. So I'm here to tell y'all right now that the timelines have collapsed. Different timelines have collapsed. We are also going to be seeing evidence in real time of these other timelines, and I'm talking about the timelines that have collapsed were extremely poisonous. All right? I want y'all to know that right now. I'm talking about timelines that were created to harm us. Timelines that were still full of manipulation, carrying that age of Pisces energy. Timelines that will not be supported in this timeline, in this lifetime. We will be seeing that in real time. Now that may look like one of your favorite companies shutting down. It may look like one of your favorite celebrities being exposed. It may look like one of your favorite meals being yanked off the shelf. Nevertheless, this is for the good of all. There was another revelation that I wanted to give to you all that I'm going to share. It's a little bit more shout out to everybody coming in. It's going to be a little bit more hurtful for some of us. Nevertheless, I'm going to share it. For those of you who are energetically there, though it may be painful to hear, you are already there. You understand fully. For those of you who are not there, this is going to be painful to you. If anything that I say is painful, once I'm done, I'm going to throw up the victory sign. For me, this is the victory sign. This is not the peace sign. This is the peace sign to me. But I call this my victory sign. I'm going to throw up the victory sign after I'm done so you can unmute the video. Okay? This next revelation that I want to share is one of the reasons why we are going to see people passing away at alarming rates is because majority of these people are the ones that did not do the work. For some of us, this is going to be our parents, our siblings, our children, spouses even, co-workers, employees, employers, friends. For some of you, it may even be you under the sound of my voice. This is just this is reality. I'm not here to tickle anybody's fancies. I'm not even here to tickle my own. I told y'all that it was going to get real. We talked about it in 2019. We brought the Behold the Pale Horse. They flagged us for reading out of that book. What we was talking about in late 2019 went right into 2020. The whole 2020, all we did was study and research. We broke down a lot on this channel. And I'm here to say to you that you might want to start preparing. Some of your loved ones are not going to make it out of this season. Some of them just ain't. And I had got this revelation about a week and a half ago. Some people are too far into their wretchedness to where they are no longer adding anything productive. This Christ consciousness is looking for people who are willing to die to the ego. That's what die to themselves means. Die to yourself means to die to the ego. It's not necessarily to be selfless. You don't have to be selfless to die to your ego. You need to be balanced. We walked the light path. We've walked the shadow path, the path of the night, the dark night. Now it is time to master and walk the middle way, the middle path. Because in order for you to survive what's coming next, you have to be there. I cannot get you there. You have to get yourself there. Yes, you will have certain teachers and certain people along the way to glean from. We all have other people that we are gleaning from. Even the teachers have teachers. Whether they are in spiritual form, physical form, or whatever. But I'm telling you right now, if you got issues about yourself, heal them. No one is being spared. Only people that are being spared are those who did the work. These last few weeks, I have been sent spiritually down a rabbit trail on a rabbit trail that has physically led me to consume different movies and series. And while I have been watching these movies and series, I have found out where we are in the timeline. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. The veil is gone in the spiritual realm. Physically, you are going to see it. I shared this dream that I've had years ago. A bunch of years ago, I had a dream, and I told y'all this years ago. And I keep every now and then, periodically, I always feel the need to refresh your memories of this dream. Really quickly, in the dream, it was night time. I was in Louisiana, and I was on the front porch of a house, and it was very beautiful. The weather at the time gave me the energy of fall because it was not too hot and it was not too cold, and it had a beautiful breeze. The night sky was very clear, and it looked like a farm cottage house in the middle of the woods, aka forest, that was literally facing a sugarcane field. And in this dream, I looked up and I seen this big, beautiful moon. Something just was not right about this moon. It was very close. I've never seen this moon that close ever, in a dream or in my living years. And I called my brother and I called my mother and I said, y'all look at this. Do y'all see this? And my brother said, Jessica, something ain't right. Something going on here. And when he said that, a wolf came out of a bush on side the house. It looked at me, I looked at it, and I was not afraid. And it looked at the moon and it started to howl. Ooh! And then another moon appeared. And to the left of me, another wolf popped out, looked at me, I looked at it, it looked at the moons in the sky, moons with an S, and it howled. And the more these wolves howled, the more wolves came out. And I kid you no lie, it had so many moons in the sky, I couldn't count. I'm currently watching a series right now. Or I finished, I'm sorry, I have finished the series. Let me not lie to y'all. I'm going to tell y'all what it is. I finished it. It was, I'm looking it up. Give me a second. It had something to do with fairies, the Fae Kingdom. It had the Elvins in it. And it was really good. And toward the end, these two worlds started to merge and they had more than one moon in the sky. Give me a second. I wish I knew it right off my I wish I knew it. It's not Fate. It's not the Wink Saga because I haven't watched that yet. If I remember it, I am going to tell y'all. But it is about 7 warriors who come together to save the world. And the last one is a melanated chick from a clan called the Raven Clan. She gets together with a guy, a Caucasian guy, who is banned from his clan tribe, the dog tribe, from his own father because he slept with the princess. It's worth a watch, but it's different people from different clans and tribes have to come together to defeat this distorted feminine energy. Y'all, if I don't remember it on here, by the time I remember it, I'm going to pin it in the comment section below because I cannot remember what this was. But it was extremely important. Also, if you want to understand how we got to where we are now, go on Netflix and watch Blood of Zeus. Okay? Watch the Blood of Zeus on Netflix if you want to understand how we got here. All right? I'm going to tell y'all something that a lot of people don't want to say. A lot of those gods were not omnipresent. They were not omnipotent. Some of them were selfish. Some of them were cruel. Some of them were gruesome. And they led humanity where we are now. That's just what it is. Your Zeuses and your his wives and his children. It's time. It's really time that we start moving past these energies. Because we are the new gods. We are the new ancestors. And some of these old energies are fighting to stay relevant. Their time is past. Now let's talk about this issue. Shout out to everybody coming in. Epic Mystics, please check the community tab. Mystic members, check the community tab for tomorrow's information. I am not surprised that Kamala Harris is running for the presidential seat. Which is the seat of the CEO. A CEO. Nothing presidential about that. I told y'all stay neutral before. I'm telling y'all to stay neutral now. St. Louis, Missouri was doing trial runs for a possible earthquake. I want to say 8.9 and above. 8.0 and above. To my knowledge, as of yesterday, parts of Texas and Oklahoma had received an earthquake that I want to say it was anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5. The reason why I say anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5 is because some of these real-time online internet sites that are supposed to be measuring these, they're supposed to be measuring these earthquakes. They're not telling you how intense they are. All right, y'all still with me? There are tremors that are happening off the coast of California. And allegedly, from what I gathered yesterday, the earthquakes that happened in Houston, why did I say Houston? In Texas and Oklahoma is allegedly due to fracking. They are projecting what it would look like if Yellowstone's volcano was to erupt. They are also projecting what it would look like if there is a massive earthquake along the Mississippi River. The Witcher. Thank you. That's what it's called. Thank you, Goddess Power. It's called The Witcher. The Witcher. And it's not just The Witcher because they have different Witchers. So let me tell y'all which version of that Witcher it is. Let me look it up. Give me 1 second. The Witcher. Blood Origin. The Witcher Blood Origin. Okay, 7 outcasts in an elven world joins forces in a quest against an all-powerful empire. And just so happened that this all-powerful empire is also, there's a fight for the throne within that empire. I'm not going to tell y'all everything, but I think it's worth a watch if y'all have not watched it already. Blood Origin. The Witcher Blood Origin. Now, the last thing I want to really talk about, and if I've missed anything, please feel free to put it in the chat room. Last thing I want to speak about is the cyber attack that happened around the world. I don't give a damn what anybody else is saying. I'm going to call it what it is. It was a cyber attack. If you don't like it, go argue with your mama. Do y'all remember me telling y'all that I heard a banker say this years ago? That if they was to ever mess with your money, they would do it on a Friday? How many people remember that? Videos are still up. I have not removed them. I will never forget that. I remember hearing a banker years ago saying that. That years ago, if they ever tried to shut the banks down, to mess with your money, to obliterate your funds, they would do it on a Friday. Well, that cyber attack happened on a Friday, folks. And now they're saying we have had spottings of Russians and the Chinese fighter planes being seen off the coast of Alaska. If you don't see what's happening, I don't know what to tell you. Again, courage. You got to fortify yourself. Can't nobody do this for you. You're going to have to want the will to fortify thyself. You're not going to be able to eat somebody else's energy to survive this next season. For those of you who are energetic vampires and have gotten this far off of taking other people's energy and stealing other people's energy, your buck stops here. You're not going to be supported in this season. You got to learn how to either do it for yourself or die off. It's evolve or die. It literally is evolve or die. I don't care how you put it. I don't care how you place it. I don't care how you justify it. I don't care who you are, how much money you may have, what status you have. I don't care. None of that matters over here with me. What I am telling you is that all of that low vibrational energy you have been choosing and it's gotten you this far, that's it. The train tracks runs out from here. There are no more. Your train is stuck. Ain't no more destiny swapping going on. There's no more star stealing going on. None of that. We're in such a divine time right now. Karma is really at play. Karma is really at play. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. As a nation, America has to pay for her sins. The cup of iniquity has been overflowing for some time now. And I am a firm believer that if the righteous was spared before, they will be spared again. So there is something that is going on in the spiritual realm where there is there's so many terms or words. The Passover. If you have been working on yourself and upgrading yourself, you have been spiritually putting a spiritual salve over your doorpost. So when this angel of death and destruction, when Abaddon does pass, you get skipped. I want to be extremely clear that we are definitely seeing biblical prophecies come to pass. Whether you believe in the Bible or not, whether you are a Christian or not, it does not matter. Some things are just undeniable, and this is one of them. However, I am very also well aware that the powers that used to be in is struggling to keep whatever power that they may have left, which they don't have any, are struggling to make these predictions and prophecies, biblical prophecies, come to pass on their own terms. And it ain't happening. You understand? You with me or are you with me? Shit is hitting the fan, saints. There is no waiting for the shit to hit the fan. We are in it. You can't smell what the rock is cooking because the shit smells so loud that it's drowning out everything else. Now, if you have been doing the work, this is not even applying to you. It's not applicable. Do you know why the times and the seasons is sped up? It's to spare the elect. Those who have been doing the work. You know why many are called but few are chosen? Do you know why people have been using this word chosen so commonly now? People want to be a part of this so-called chosen trend. But let me tell you something. Being chosen is answering the call. Everybody hears the call. Few people respond to it. That's what that means. None of us are special in this way that just one is above the other. Everybody heard the clarion call. Everybody. Only few will respond to it. You got to be a different type of breed to be able to respond to the clarion call that went out in the earth. And if you have responded to it, congratulations. You're on this side of heaven. And the meek shall inherit the earth. Because I'm going to tell you right now, what you are getting ready to see is people and things and situations being turned upside down. Because wealth has to shift hands. Also, the definition of wealth is changing. I just want y'all to know that. So those of you who are caught up in materialism, you're not being supported in this season. The earth is not supporting you in this season. The veil is not, that has been ripped. The energies that are now here is not supporting materialism. I don't care who you are. This is just what it is. That's why I keep telling you, you can't run this thing. You can't run it out. Now, do I believe that there's a higher energy that is moving certain people to certain cities? Yes. To certain regions of the world? Yes. I believe that. I do. I believe that just like how I believe that Mount Shasta was probably once a way to the underworld, turned into a volcano that's been capped off and that's sleeping. That's sleeping. That is an inactive volcano. That is now a mountain. The same way I believe that is the same way I believe that there is an energy, an energetic, unconditionally loving force that has been moving people to certain places for certain reasons. With that being said, I don't know if you see this and if you're paying attention, but has it been occurring to you that it seems like your manifestations have been coming to pass a little bit faster? And I'm not talking about you manifesting money or love or a career. I'm talking about your thoughts. Has it occurred to you that your thoughts has been manifesting a little bit faster in this season than it has been before? There's a reason why. Also, while this international cyber attack took place, it was a lot of things that would allude to curses that were actually happening in Paris and to some of the Olympians that are involved in the Olympics. Have y'all been hearing about that? Or did you even know that that was happening? Dana, you are talking about, and I could be saying this wrong, you are talking about the dengue fever. I could be pronouncing it wrong. Just so happened that is happening while the Olympics are happening in Europe, in Paris, France right now. They're saying that this fever is caused by transmission of, by way of mosquitoes. You have to be in humid, semi-humid areas for these mosquitoes to be able to transmit this to you, because we know that mosquitoes like damp places. They say it can cause you to hemorrhage. They say it's flu-like. They want you to pay attention to if you are regurgitating blood, or if blood is being passed in your stools. If you have nosebleeds or your gums are bleeding and you know that you are not privy to either one of those. I mean, all these things are patent anyway. All these things are patent. I mean, doesn't computers catch viruses? Are you not a computer? Are you not programmed and deprogrammed or reprogrammed according to your beliefs? Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. I'm not going to stay long on that dengue fever, because the spirit of fear can travel very fast and very quickly. We cancel the assignment of that dengue fever. And it's going to hit who's going to hit. Having gratitude at this time is extremely important. Universal love shining through the miracles of life all around us. It's a lot that's happening. I find it very ironic, though, before I get out of here. I find the irony very strange that all of a sudden people that are talking about this huge, mysterious, reptilian type creature that used to look like a small island which apparently or allegedly has now awakened and is moving. And all of a sudden, where they're saying this thing was moving, scientists are allegedly saying that the oxygen in that area has increased, and also allegedly that the sea creatures that are native to that specific part of the ocean has moved. All of a sudden, there are talks about giant swords. Nephilims and Leviathans are now being talked about like never before. You think this is all a coincidence? Everything that is hidden shall be revealed, and it's being revealed. It's being revealed. In order for you to go to the next chapter, you must transcend. You're going to have to transcend. You're going to have to transcend. At the top of the deck is love. Because that's what really matters anyway. It's all around us. It's all around us. Some of you only know love from parent to child, from spouse to spouse, from person to animal, from human to human. That's very surface and conditional. I'm here to tell you love is beyond comprehension. And that is the only commandment that we are truly given in this Christ consciousness era. That exists. Listen, there are no more 10 commandments. There is no more 42 laws of Ma'at. Ooh, I hurt somebody's feelings right there. How dare she say that the laws of Ma'at is no, they've been fulfilled by love. If you love your neighbor with a healthy love, like you're supposed to healthily love yourself, with a healthy self-love, you would not steal from your neighbor. You would not bear false witness against your neighbor. You wouldn't be coveting your neighbor's things. You would not be doing harm to the earth. You wouldn't be doing harm to others. You wouldn't be doing harm to yourself. All of this, all of these laws are fulfilled by love. To understand that we truly are one is to understand that we came from the same source, which means creation. I'm talking about creation. I'm not talking about the thought process of a pedophile or someone who likes to take lives. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about coming from one source. You cannot, and I'm telling you right now, you cannot make it out of here unless you are operating in love and above. You have to have it. Don't be so hard on yourself. You ain't gonna get it overnight. The energy to be able to forgive, to operate in an unconditional capacity. You got to first test that on yourself before you can test it on anybody else. Do you love yourself unconditionally? Are you learning how to love yourself unconditionally? If you can say yes to one of those two questions that I just asked you just now, you are way ahead of a lot of people. You are way ahead of the game. And you, my friend, are ascending. Love is the cure. That's the fortunate part. But unfortunately, because there's two sides of every coin, unfortunately, love was also the prevention. But we ignored it. And in my book, prevention is always better than cure. If you can prevent something, you won't have to cure it. Prevention is definitely better than cure. Love is the key. I feel the need to cry because I know that's me purging. But my soul and my heart, I feel for these people. Look, the only reason why I don't fully give myself over to the energy to just start crying and losing it is because I understand that some of these people will be given a chance to come back and do it all over again. These energies want to harvest. They can't harvest anymore. Could you imagine how somebody feels to live a certain way, to gain all of the riches and all of the fame and all of the perks in the world, and then for that to be taken away from you because the universe is no longer supporting your foolishness? Could you imagine how that feels? I can't imagine how it feels because I'm not that person. But I can only imagine. I don't know how it feels. That's what I meant to say. I don't know how it feels, but I can only imagine. And the reason why I can only imagine how it feels is because I'm not willing to do anything like that to get fame. Transcendence at the bottom, wisdom at the top. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. I'm going to give you a warning. This is a warning in love. I was told this a couple months ago. I have been seeing the effects of it. And I'm going to say this to y'all. Some of us, not all, some of us will be given the gift, if you do not have it already, to see someone who is not human or is housing a evil energy, evil spirit. Some of you are going to be able to see it in the face. Some of you are going to be able to see it in the eyes. Some of you are going to be able to see it as an aura. Some of you are going to be able to just see it in the body as a body language or in some other form or shape. Some of you will be able to be clairaudient when it comes to being able to pinpoint an evil entity in a person's body. Right now is not the time to back down. It's the time to stand your ground. It's a lot of sword energy. I'm looking right now. There's the Sword of Light card that's here. And even at the bottom of the deck, you have Archangel Michael here. Stand your power. Be true to yourself. I haven't even shuffled this deck, which I will be. It's a lot of sword energy, protection energy, standing your ground. You got more protection in this season than you ever have before. We all got to know this. Even me, I'm telling myself this on a daily basis. That does not mean that I get to go out here and act a fool. That does not mean you get to go out here and act a fool. What that means is that now you are able to carry out your soul purpose and your mission without being interrupted like you were before. People who have made you their enemy in their book, they got to sit back and watch. Literally while they are going to, some of them will be scraping boils. I don't know why I felt the need to say it, but my intuition told me to say it, and I'm going to say it. Some of them are going to be going through hell. Don't be surprised if some of them reach out to you asking for help. I'm going to just tell you like this. I'm onward with my journey. I'm onward with my journey. I don't hate nobody. I don't have any ill will against anybody. I had to realize, and I'm still having to tell myself this, because forgiveness is a journey you must walk out. It's just like loving yourself and respecting yourself and working up your self-esteem. I'm not ignoring anybody. Hello to everybody. Mystic members and those who just watch alike. Subscribers, non-subscribers, those who just rock with me, period. Just, I love y'all, but I'm in the flow. Know and understand, my God. Hey, my. I don't know. Y'all don't feel this? I'm going to be real with y'all. Forgiveness really is for you. I don't know who needs to hear this. Forgiveness really is for you. You have to train your mind. You have to train your mind beyond what your ego wants to tell you. Your ego wants you to think that forgiving someone who hurt you is letting them off the hook. That is not what's happening. Forgiving them is helping you to keep yourself healthy in your mind, your body, and your soul. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs that unforgiveness makes the bone rot. It literally causes a cancer. Some people catch cancer because they have unforgiveness. It is scientifically proven that certain cells allow cancerous cells to take over the body when you are harboring unforgiveness. I don't think y'all heard what I just said. Forgiveness is not for the person who hurt you. Forgiveness does not alleviate that person's karma. I forgive everybody who has hurt me. It is literally for me. It's for you. And look, Courtney, I see you. It ain't even about sending them positive energy. You have to literally work on yourself when it comes to forgiveness. You know why some people have a hard time forgiving? Because they're too focused on the other person. Forgiveness causes you, watch this, in order for you to properly forgive, you have to focus on you. Ask yourself these reasons. Why is it so hard for me to forgive? Watch this. A lot of the times the most common answer is going to come up because I want them to suffer for what they've done to me. I want them to feel the pain that they caused me. There's nothing wrong with you saying that. However, I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't know if you've been looking around, but the love of the world has grown wax cold. Some of us is sticking like a sore thumb, like a luminary light, a luminary body in a dark place because the love of the world has grown wax cold, not the love of God. There's a difference. The love of the world is going to grow wax cold because it's based on worldly things. This Christ consciousness energy is the ascension point. In the age of Pisces, we learned about Christ. We learned about the teachings of Christ. In the age of Aquarius, you must now ascend to be Christ. Didn't he say, you should do these works and even greater works? That's because you are to become Christ in this age. I don't know who this is for, but if you're ready for this type of teaching, say, it is so. If you receiving it, you can type, it is so. Because you should already be knowing that the illusion of the ego is for you to feel like somebody is going to get away. Now watch this. After you break the third wall of the ego and it clicks in your mind that you forgiving them is actually to help you gain protection in the mind, body, soul, and spirit. then you have to then also, watch this, forgive yourself. This is where forgiveness starts, right here. I forgive myself for not seeing this person for who they were. I know better now, and I forgive the old me because I didn't have those tools. Do you hear what I'm telling? Listen. They said Christ was on the cross, approaching the last hour. Had several utterings. I'm only repeating. Watch this. This is for somebody. It's for all of us. But whoever gonna catch it is who's gonna catch it. Christ said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." My love bug, my boo bear, 7 grams, said, we had to go through a Christ story. In order for you to become Christ, you had to go through the Christ story. When he was telling me that, watch this. It clicked. I read this book about a year ago, and it sent me on a cataclysmic change. I told y'all that some books that you read will activate you. And if you're not ready for them, then, listen to your spirit. One of those books was called The Alchemist. And I may be butchering this man's name, written by Brazilian author Paul Coelho. I think that's how you say his last name. But I read another book by him last year called The Pilgrimage. And I did not realize that this book was activating something in me that will cause me to have to continue to finish the last bit of the rabbit hole of my Christ journey. What I mean by this is, watch this. Watch this. Even Christ did not bear that cross alone. Did somebody catch it? Let me explain to you what I mean. While journeying to Golgotha, which is translated the place of the skull, which is a mountaintop, he was carrying the instrument that he would then hang from and die on. Mind you, the Bible said, "Cursed is a man that hangeth on a tree." We know that this so-called crucifix or cross-like thing that he was carrying, and I'm talking about having a hard time carrying it to Golgotha while they whipped him and he bled, was made from a tree, or made from wood that is from a tree. I'm going somewhere with this. It says, while on his journey to Golgotha, and he fell, as he tussled with strength. He had courage, but he tussled with physical strength to get where he needed to go. The scriptures say there was a man named Simon, or Simeon. In some cultures, they're going to say his name was Simeon. But the scriptures that we have allotted to us today said Simon. They said this man helped Christ carry his cross to Golgotha. Did you hear what I just said? To get to this ascension, to get to this Christ consciousness. My God. You got to know that what you're carrying, you're not carrying it alone. That at some point in your journey, somebody is going to come along to help you carry this cross. As me and 7 grams was having this conversation. I had an open vision, and I didn't tell him at this time, but because he was speaking, and I did not want to interrupt him. As Boo Bear was talking, I had this open vision, and God, this is how God deals with me, with visions and dreams, and everybody's different. Everybody is talked to in a different way. Just so happened that mine is a prophetic way. Mine is a way of a seer, of a mystic. All right. I seen a man carrying a cross, or a what looked like a pole, and it was in the form of a cross, but the pole part he had on his back, and he was carrying it up this incline. And I seen in this open vision, this cross started to disintegrate in little puzzle pieces. Do you hear me? And these puzzle pieces were distributed amongst certain people in the earth. This is what I seen. Not everybody's going to be carrying the Christ crystalline energy, because not everybody heeded the call. What makes somebody so special is because they heeded the call. There were 10 virgins. Virgins just mean a woman of marriageable age. Does not mean that she ain't have sex. Let's get this straight. I had a video where I explained that before. 5 was wise, 5 were foolish. They all had lamps. When you come into this world, you are given a lamp. You are not given oil. You, through your experiences in this lifetime, have to accumulate the oil, or what they call in the church the anointing. And in order for your lamp to work properly, you must have oil. So when you go through these trials and tribulations, you gain what you call the anointing, which is formulated as oil to go into your lamp. So when night cometh, you know how to navigate because you got the oil in your lamp. Now the parable of these virgins simply say that all of them fell to sleep. These virgins fell to sleep. But before they fell asleep, only 5 of them went and got oil. They went into the marketplace and purchased oil. In other words, they paid their price to get and contain the oil within their lamp. They went in an alleyway, they fell asleep. When the bridegroom, which is the husband, began to signal for the party to come into the banquet, they needed oil in their lamp as a signification that was their ticket to get into the party. You know what ended up happening? The 5 wise ones that had oil got into the party. Not only were the 5 foolish virgins sleep with the 5 wise, when they all awoke, not only did they not have oil, but they were also late getting to the door and had a hard time stumbling through the dark to get to the door. By the time they got to the door, they knocked, and the person on the other side of the door told them that they were too late. We can't open the door. So the only thing that is separating you right now from those who don't have oil in their lamp is the fact that you heeded the call. You took the necessary steps. You took the necessary steps to be able to carry your part of the cross. So now in this season, you are endowed with these works and greater works they shall do. Because guess what? The world is going to need those gifts to be activated. Who am I speaking to? I believe in miracles. I've seen miracles with my own eyes. I've seen them done by the laying on of hands. I've seen them done by thought. I've seen them done by someone speaking a word. I've seen it done by somebody receiving that same word. I have seen miracles be done by way of music. I have just seen miracles be done by unexplanatory means that I just can't explain. But I know they exist. I've seen tiny miracles. I've seen huge miracles. Nevertheless, I've seen miracles. And this is, look, real quick. This is when you got the people who are in the, what they call that, the woke family. Your Rashad Jamals and your whoever else who have been running around here saying that we're going to get superpowers. This is what is really aligning up to. There's another parable in the scriptures that talk about a master giving some of his workers funds. Told them by the time I come back, I will at least want that back or a return on it. Yeah, some of them went out, may have tried to gamble it. Some may have lost it. Some other ones went and got a skill or a trade and then doubled the funds or tripled the funds or continued to grow the funds. And then you had this one worker who took their talent, which was a talent at that time was a huge coin, and buried it in the earth. They went and buried the talent in the earth. The only thing you should be burying in the earth is people and seeds. Says that the master came back and asked all of the workers, what did you do with the talent? Some of them reported, they all reported back. They all had to report back. Some of them reported back with good news, some of them not so good news. But guess what? Guess who got it the worst? The one who took the coin and buried it in the ground. Because they thought, surely my master's going to be happy because of the fact that I ain't do nothing. He gave me this big old gold coin, and I looked over and he entrusted it to me, and he going to get his coin back. That was not what was told. You were supposed to go out here into the world and make the most of what you had. Because even if you lost it, at least you tried. What kept that worker from even trying to do anything with that coin was the spirit of fear that caused stagnation. You got to have courage in this season in order to ascend and climb this ladder. Always having gratitude and love in your heart, because love covers a multitude of anything that could be done against you. This is how you get to nirvana, or what they call transcendence. In order for you to reach Christ consciousness, you have to go through these ladders of things. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So for those of you who are struggling with unforgiveness, I'm here to tell you right now, you forgiving them or that person, that job that let you go, that person who broke your heart, that person who stole from you, that person who physically attacked you, that person who spiritually attacked you, that thing that didn't go right, even forgiving yourself for you not doing right by yourself the year before last or the year before that. You are only able to operate with the tools that you have given and accumulated. And now that you know better, you must do better. I told y'all recently, a few weeks ago, about how I was getting the downloads about forgiveness. It truly is for you. Forgiveness gives you protection from danger seen and unseen. I'm telling you what I know. You really want protection? I'm talking about real protection. You ain't got to burn no candle. Forgive. Now, you can do protective measures. You can still act out your protective measures. You know, if it's you with doing herbs or crystals, I got my own stuff that I do over here. But I'm telling you, the ultimate protection veil is forgiveness. Father, forgive them because they do not know that they were attacking you in this body of mine. They don't know, but they about to know. It's okay to feel how you feel and what you feel because you yourself don't know better. At that time they're attacking you, you're taking it personal. Yes, it's going to hurt you. Yes, you are going to have a human reaction. But now that you have ascended and your mind has transcended its limitation of understanding what's happening, now you know that they are trying to attack the light in you because they don't have oil in their lamps and they know they're late for the party. I hope this is helping somebody because I feel God on me so heavy. I feel the Holy Spirit on me so heavy. Somebody need to hear this. I know I need to hear it even though it's coming out my own mouth. But I understand that even in the times that we don't know what to say, the Holy Spirit will make an utterance for us. And that's what's happening. Forgiveness, saints. What archangels? Archangel Faith is at the top of the deck. Archangel Michael is at the bottom of the deck. Let's see what archangels are talking to us in this season right now. Listen, if God can use a donkey, God can use anybody. I told you, it doesn't matter what you believe in as long as your belief leads you to love, that unconditional transcending love, doesn't matter. If you don't believe in cards, if you don't believe in the spiritual realm like I do, please pass, just go to the next video. Just go to the next video. But I'm telling you right now, congratulations to those of us who have carried our cross, who has carried parts of the cross. Because what you didn't know is that this season that you just went through, that was hell, baby, that was your death. You hung your head and gave up the ghost. You hear me? Little did you know why it is so quiet is because you were in the underworld waiting for your 3 days and your 3 nights to pass. Now it's resurrection time. And I told y'all this even last year. I didn't even know I was prophesying to my own self when I was saying this. But I'm going to say it again to remind you and to remind myself. Because God had to remind me the other day. And even today, and even right now, I'm being reminded. That even when your world is falling apart, God got you. Things is going right for you. Your world ain't falling apart because you're not a reflection of the world. You're in the world. You're not of it. That's what it means to be in the world and not of the world. That's why the love of the world grows wax cold. According to Matthew, the book of Matthew, 24th chapter, I believe. The disciples asked Christ, Master, Teacher, when will we know we are at the end of the age? He said, when you see the pitcher, the man who's carrying the pitcher go on top of the roof and pour the water down into the house. I'm talking about the age of Aquarius now. That's the only glyph. That's the only symbol for the zodiac sign. Aquarius is a pitcher, a man with a pitcher or a person with a pitcher pouring water. So I'm letting you know right now that Christ, who was an Aries, born on the Pisces cusp, came to solidify an Aquarius gospel in the age of Pisces. And if you have moved beyond the bowels of religion, you understand what I'm saying. Think of Christ as an energy. Think of Christ as an energy. We have moved, at this point, we have moved on from it being masculine or feminine. You understand? The energy is love. You cannot sit here and tell me that God is love and then put a gender to it. Did you hear what I just said? Even though the divine feminine is awakening like never before, it's a reason why. It's a reason why the feminine energy is being put to the forefront. But trust and believe that love transcends our comprehension. What archangels are relevant to us right now, even for the rest of the year? Holy Spirit, I'm thanking you for this time to congregate via social media. You said that your teachings was going to spread to the world. And little did we know that it was not talking about people catching planes or ships. It was this powerful little thing we call the phone, helping to get your gospel of love to the far four corners of the earth. Love is the gospel. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but the word is going to remain. And if the word is God and God is love, then it's love. How befitting. Lady Gaia is here. Lady Gaia is here. Your challenges are lessons. You are loved and welcomed on or earth. I don't know who this is for. I'm going to say this to you. Somebody needs to hear this. I'm going to read this. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody may be feeling unloved right now, forsaken. Remember one of the 7 utterances, I think 7 or 9 utterances that Christ did on the cross. He said, my God, why have you forsaken me? See, in order for that sacrifice to have been, and it was a human sacrifice, by the way, let's not negate the fact that Christ was unalived. You understand? That was a red rum that happened on that cross. The Romans, seeing that they had made a mistake, it was too late. There was a great earthquake that happened. But make no mistake about it, saints. It was not the Romans. It was Christ's own people who asked for him to be taken out of here, to be crucified. Let's get that straight. We really love to look in Pontius Pilate washing his hands. Love to say that they crucified him and hung him and stretched him wide, and we sang the old songs of the old days. But the truth is, if you go and you read that passage again, you see that his own people of his own flesh and blood hung him. That's why a lot of the times your crucifixion has to come from those closest to you. I know it does not feel good. You understand? I know it doesn't. But sometimes it's just like it happens. Sometimes it's just how it happens. Lady Gaia. See, look, watch this. It's so good. Watch this. It's so good that sometimes people can get their oil from merchants they don't know. They can just go and buy their oil from people they don't know. But some of you accumulate and acquire your oil from the situations and circumstances from the people that's closest to you, that stab you in the back way more deeper than a stranger can. And see, that just lets you know your cross was a little bit more heavier than the person on side of you. Oh, but baby, you got to know that if the cross is heavier, Oh, the glory that's going to be revealed in you is going to be way higher than what you thought. But even in that, we don't gloat. We're grateful. Lady Gaia says, your challenges are lessons. You are loved and welcome on earth. Lady Gaia is a throne. There are 9 orders of angels: mites, thrones, dominions, seraphims, cherubims, archangels, angels. She is a throne. She's not a mite. She's not a dominion. She's a throne. A 9th dimensional angel. She is in charge of the earth. She is vast and loving beyond human conception, and thousands of angels work with her. In 2012, and I mean in our 2012, because right now technically it's 2017 according to the Ethiopian calendar. All right, so in our pagan year of 2012, the entire universe started a journey to enter the 5th dimension by 2032. I'm going to repeat that. This is when you have stalkers. And I don't listen to anybody, sweetheart. I do my own research. Thank you. Into the 5th dimension by 2032. Because we had taken on free will, Earth was lagging far behind. Because we had taken on free will, Earth was lagging far behind, and now we have to catch up. The whole cosmos is watching our progress as we face up to this unprecedented challenge. Lady Gaia herself invited you to incarnate during this time of special opportunity. This offer came with great love from her open heart, and now she enfolds and holds you whenever you allow it. She and her compassionate green-blue angels are helping to sing you and the world into the new golden age. Now, I am going to read you the guidance message. Do I have any moderators in here? It says, the earth is a unique mystery school where your lessons are brought to you as experiences. You agree to incarnate now when there are great but testing opportunities for accelerated ascension. There we go, that word, ascension. So your guidance is to examine a challenge that is currently being presented to you. And I want to make this abundantly clear. I don't watch anybody. I do my own research. I don't watch anybody. And anything that I repeat that comes from someone else, I will credit them. Outside of that, I get my own I do my own research and I get my own revelations. If it's credited to someone outside of me, I have no reasons to keep that away. Thank you. Any of my moderators, please pay attention right now because my hands is going to be on these cards. I'm thanking you in advance. All right. I'm going to read this again. Again, you agreed to incarnate now when there are great but testing opportunities for accelerated ascension. So your guidance is to examine a challenge that is currently being presented to you. Your guidance is to examine a challenge that is currently being presented to you. All right? Is this a repeat test? Is this a pattern you need to explore? Are you being called to be strong or to detach yourself? To forgive or be generous? Or to act in some other way? You see that? Watch this. Are you being called to be strong or to detach yourself, to forgive or be generous, or to act in some other way? Resolve, watch this. Resolve to do what you need to do. Once you have passed the test, that person or situation will not Return. I don't need you to don't hide her. Don't hide Pearl Girl. You don't have to hide Pearl Girl. There were others on here who well, another person that I had to hide. I'm gonna let you know who to hide, y'all. People who are being disrespectful or being crazy on here needs to be the ones who need to be um blocked. So it says once you pass the test, that person or the situation is not going to return. Look, I'm going to say this and I'm going to read the last of it. I know for a fact that anybody that comes to me now with a problem has a jealous spirit. We're not going to hide you. I'm telling you that right now. Anybody who messes with me in this season, they telling on themselves. They telling on themselves. You got to look, forgive them because they don't know what they're doing. Some of them know what they're doing and they don't care. They think messing with you or coming against you is going to get them a badge of honor. They rotten on the inside. They dead on the inside. This is what evil spirits do. These people are being taken over by evil entities. Y'all don't think I don't know who that person was I just had to block? The same person who's a stalking bitch, who is obsessed with me because they don't like themselves and they want to be me. But see, that person got to work their own salvation out with fear and trembling. I'm not their God, but they're making me their God because they keep messing with me. Anytime you keep messing with somebody like that, you are making that person your God. And though I am highly flattered, I ain't interested. If I could just ruffle you by existing, then I am your God. So do I need to send you to hell? Because I can. I can be about that life. Because as I'm preaching love, I love me just enough to send you right on to hell. You understand? When you stand your ground, you can't be afraid to stand your ground. People tell you, well, oh, you shouldn't be. Don't listen to me. If you know you wouldn't let nobody slap you in the face, if you in a grocery store with your children and somebody come up to you and just slap you in the face, you know doggone well your behind is not going to respond, and you have the right to defend yourself. Don't be fooled over here. I preach the love gospel. Trust me. But this gospel will get you your shop wrecked up over here. Do you understand? Because you don't have to. I'll make you understand. You got to understand. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning like you learning. I am learning that, look, I have evolved so much that in this season, in order for somebody to be messing with me right now, it's because they're obsessed with me. They want to be me. They're jealous. And look, watch this. I'm okay with that. I used to not be okay with people being jealous of me. At this point, I don't care. If you jealous of me, that's letting me know I'm doing something right. If you coming over here messing with me, it's because I'm doing something correct. Thank you for continually showing me that I'm doing something correct. But don't think I won't break my foot off in your ass if I have to. Because some of you ain't worth the time or the energy. But when it's time, because God will tell you, stand your ground. Defend yourself. Y'all got to understand, we talking about the God of love is also the God of war. Are you crazy? Y'all need to stop. Two sides of the coin is dark and light. The middle way. That person that's saying Lady Gaga can be blocked. Courtney, you want to be a moderator? I don't want to put nothing on you. If you said something I didn't see it, I accidentally hid you. Let me finish saying what Lady Gaia was saying. Within you is a magnificent spiritual diamond that gets brighter as you polish it through learning your lessons. When you master them, pure white light radiates from you. This card tells you, or this card calls on you to stand in your power and help to nurture our unique planet. I'm going to say this. Look, thank you, Courtney, because Spirit told me she got a lot going on right now. Not right now. I just want to make sure. All right. So listen to me. I said this and I meant it. Those people who are trying to stop the rise of the divine feminine energy, those people who are trying to stop the rise of the divine masculine, those people who are trying to stop the rise of the divine family dynamic, those are the ones that are going to be left behind and killed off. You understand? I want to say this to y'all because watch this. As you see the divine feminine rising up to take her rightful place, you've seen the sexy reds, the Ice Spices, all of these drill female rappers, all of these girls that have been showing their tails, trying to push that ghetto narrative all over again. Okay? Those girls were sent with a mission. And this mission, it stops here. It stops here. It stops here. Thank you, Goddess Power, for stepping in to block that person. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Archangel Hope, look for a cosmic gift. Remember, you deserve it. Because we do. Let's see what's at the top of the deck. Archangel Uriel, really great angel to work with. Come into harmony and balance. Use your power for peace. And listen, let me explain this to you. When Christ said, I don't come to bring peace, but I come to bring a sword. Christ brought war. I don't think y'all realize that. The divine feminine that's rising is bringing peace. But she is also going to be the one that is going to be the ending of that war, which means she gets to cut off the heads that the wars originated with. Venus, Inanna, Isis, Hathor, Aset, even Yemoja, Nyx. I can keep rattling on these divine feminine energies. They were goddesses of love and war. Any energies, any other angelic energies that wants to speak? This flew over, it didn't fly out, okay? This is talking about accepting and sending healing. You are a being of the universe. This is Lord Wabazil. I don't know if I said that right, but it didn't come out. I was just showing y'all. See how them trolls be coming out here talking about. He said, I could tell by your voice you big. Nah, I'm not. I just got a very powerful, authoritative voice. I'm big in the Lord. I'm big in spirit. Thank you. But I'm not as big as your mama's back is, no. But I am big in spirit, so thank you. Right, they are all the same. Well, we are laughing, Chickadee. We laughing at them. We laughing at them. We get to laugh. We get to laugh in this season. Yeah, we get to laugh in this season. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Yes, that I am big in the spirit. I am. I am that woman. I am that goddess. Yes, I am. I gotta receive that. Come on, y'all. You gotta receive. You gotta talk great about yourself. Shoot. Come on now. Talk great about yourself. I am that woman. I am that girl. I am that goddess. I am that great one. I'm so glad that troll came in here and said he could tell by my voice that I'm big. Yes, I'm big in spirit. I'm big in health. I'm big in wealth. I'm big in prosperity, in abundance, and love. Hell yeah, I'm big. Hell yes. Physically, I'm not as big as your mother's throat, but I am sure I'm a spiritual giant. You hear me? Thank you for reminding me, man. Whew. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. I needed that reminder. Archangels, which archangels also would accompany Lady Gaia from now to the rest of the year. Thank you so much. Lady Gaia is going to be with us. She's going to be with us, I heard, till the turning of time. Till the turning of time, saints. Yes. Poor baby's so mad that he was the only child. The mom didn't swallow the rest of his siblings and he won't come over here and act a fool. I mean, I get it. I'd be upset too. Sometimes you're not meant to have siblings. You know? We probably didn't need other parts of you running around this world. Thank you, Lord, for the big throat. Thank you, Lord, for the big throat. Thank you, Lord, for the big throat. For the big throat. For the big throat. Seraphim Seraphiel. Let's go. Seraphim Seraphiel. Tune in to the divine will. Open to higher illumination. You know what, Courtney? I don't. You know what? I get it. I don't know what it feels like to be an only child, but in my mother's household, I know what it feels like to be the only girl. And I'm the only one who made my mother a grandmother, by the way. My brother does not have children. So, I would though. Let's read Seraphim Seraphiel, okay, y'all? Now, I want y'all to understand that Seraphim Seraphiel, and I want y'all to get a good look. Mind you, this is not what these angels look like. This is just this person's description of what they feel like this person would, what these would look like, all right? Seraphim Seraphiel is a 12-dimensional angel who shimmers with many colors, predominantly blue, and is considered to carry a masculine energy. Though in truth, his masculine and feminine aspects are in perfect equilibrium, okay? As the frequency on Earth rises, Seraphiel is able to illuminate us and pour downloads of golden blue light containing information, knowledge, and wisdom into our minds. His light automatically brings about healing on every level. Okay, he can also dramatically open individuals' heart chakras by sending a finger of his light to touch them. The people and community Seraphiel is influencing are starting to experience pure happiness and inner peace in a way that no one has done since the golden era of Atlantis. As you experience peace and happiness, you start to nurture and care for our planet and are able to access the divine blueprint of Earth. Now, this is the guidance, okay? I love dragonflies too. Well, I love dragonflies, by the way. Um, right, D from the D. Sometimes your cousins are your siblings. I noticed that sometimes your siblings can be further away from you than other people can. You are relative to somebody because of you are their relative because y'all have DNA that's relative to each other. In other words, the DNA, the cells, the molecular structure is similar. To be relative means to be similar, okay, or alike in some way. So your DNA is what makes you a relative. Your family does not have to be blood related to you. I have family that is not related to me. You understand? Um, so yeah. All right, the guidance with this card is when Seraphim Seraphiel comes to you, he is inviting you to step up your light. Help us, Seraphim Seraphiel, step our light up. Show us how. Imagine what your life would be like if you opened up your heart completely. Then act as if it is fully open. When you do so, Seraphiel will bring you inner peace, happiness, healing, abundance, and love. Expand your heart and receive his illumination. This card is also a call for you to tune into your higher self and listen to the divine will. Then do whatever needs to be done to harmonize with the divine blueprint of your life. I'm going to say that again. This card is also calling for you to tune in to your higher self and listen to the divine will. Then do whatever needs to be done to harmonize with the divine blueprint for your life. When you do this, your life will be enriched beyond your wildest imaginings. All the help you need is pouring to you now. We are grateful and thankful for help pouring into us now. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Archangel Charity. Give with an open heart. Be generous. Some of you are being called to volunteer your time, our time. Some of us are being called to volunteer. Some of us are being called to just even once a month give something away. All right? Or do something beautiful for somebody once a month. All right? At the top, Archangel Uriel is here. Come into harmony and balance. Use your power for peace. So Archangel Uriel. He didn't show himself twice now. So let's go and see if any more archangels are speaking to us at this time. You right, Courtney. Hold on. Help is on the way. Hold on. Help is on the way. I love that song. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on. He's on his way. And with him. Yeah. You can pose the question, Chickadee. All right, archangels. Any other archangels? Well, look at. Archangel Uriel just came flying on out. Archangel Uriel say, I'm gonna get in. I'm getting in. Y'all ain't about to pass me by. Okay? Let's go. Archangel Uriel, what you got to say, my love? Because you was in here stalking already. And we're going to let you in the gate because you are welcome. I'm glad you've been getting through a rough time. You know what? Whatever we need is going to get us through. Keep going, Courtney. I'm proud of you. Okay? Archangel Uriel says, come into harmony and balance using your power for peace. Now, Archangel Uriel is an angel of peace, radiating a deep gold that holds unbountiful wisdom. He also works on the ruby ray, which enables people to hold power with wisdom and communicate it to others. His etheric retreat is above the Tantra Mountains, which is in Poland, and he oversees Africa. So you will notice that some of these archangels do have regions that they are actually over. But spirit has no geographical limitations, okay? but they do have those ones that they do govern. All right. He is in charge of the development of the solar plexus chakra, a huge psychic center that was once programmed to keep people safe by watching out for danger. He is now reprogramming it to seek out love and ancient wisdom. Yay! Archangel Uriel envisions the freedom and happiness of humanity and works non-stop, tirelessly to dissolve anything that prevents this. Um, If your aim is harmony and balance, he will help you understand and release all that is outmoded within you. Well, we ask Archangel Uriel to help us to release any outdated beliefs, that's within us, that's been hurting us and keeping us back, and to help us download and get uploads of new belief systems and new knowings and new faiths that's going to help push us forward with ease, grace, and harmony and peace. All right. Choosing this card should suggest that you are ready to come into harmony and balance. And it says call on Archangel Uriel. So I call on Archangel Uriel now on our behalf, including my family, to help your inner wisdom emerge and guide you through any challenges or situations presented to you. You are reminded that when wisdom is your guide, the outcome will always be for the highest good, and you will feel totally safe and secure. This card also suggests it is time to be a peace ambassador. So examine situations from an enlightened perspective. This will enable your light to become peaceful and golden. Archangel Uriel commands a host of peace angels. So because of free will, they need humans to direct them. So send them to soothe people and situations everywhere. You can also send your golden peace light out into the universe. I'm asking for golden peace light to encompass us so that we can become it, so that we can be able to share it out into the world. All right. Yeah, I'm not anything but Sonya Massey's stuff. It's already in the beginning. I'm not going to be talking about Sonya Massey anymore. I kind of already talked about her already. She was actually the first person that I talked about. So you might want to go and backtrack just to the beginning of the of this video. I already spoke about it. I already I already said what's going on with whatever. I just I'm not. It's unfortunate, bless her family, but at the end of the day, I know the greater reasons as to why they are capitalizing on what happened. And again, I'm not willing to uphold or give any monies to any Black Lives Matter or anything. They're not helping any situations, but we have a huge campaign coming up in November that is government driven, and anything that you give to any campaigns, any body that's saying they want to help with the situation as far as Black Lives Matter, is going to go toward certain parties in the government, and I'm just not with it. All right. So Archangel Muriel is at the bottom. Trust your own wisdom. Have faith in your psychic impressions. And at the top of the deck, Archangel Zariel. Give and receive love. Obey the spiritual laws. All right. No, you don't have to apologize. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, it was so disturbing that I'm just not. You can always ask whatever question y'all need to ask, but I will have reasons as to why I would go into something or I wouldn't go into something. So thank you for your question. I appreciate it. All right, any other archangels left? I got room. I'm gonna take one more, even though I know y'all are all working for us. I'm gonna take one more that is really prevalent for this time right now. Any archangels, energies? Okay. Seraphina wanted to come out. I'm just showing y'all, she flipped over. She didn't come out. Be an ambassador for Earth. Build your bridge to Source. Well, I know that's important to what we are talking about right now. But she slipped over looking for something to come out. Okay? She comes out. We take her too now. Archangel Christine is here. Accept the Christ light. Act with wisdom and love and compassion. All right? But she didn't come out. There we go. Let's see who this is. Okay. Archangel Raquiel. Archangel Raquiel. Enter higher planetary service. Be a blazing light. At the bottom of the deck, cherubim. Look to the stars, accept keys and codes of stellar wisdom. Well, we definitely have that serious energy coming up. Well, it's actually here. But everybody's going to say 8 Lionsgate is what opens it. But the truth is, this stuff is already abound. It never really goes away. At the top of the deck is Archangel Gersisa. Archangel Gersisa. All right. As you can see, Stonehenge is right there. Also, it's something important about these 7 wonders of the world, which is including Stonehenge. Something about Stonehenge has been activated to saints. Create a solid spiritual foundation, be in service to the planet. So that is very important right now. We're going to read Archangel Raquiel. Archangel Raquiel, let's go to it. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I'm not going to stay on here long after I'm done with this reading. So Archangel Raquiel is a strong and powerful universal angel of the rank of seraphim. Seraphim is actually the highest order of angels. Okay? Archangel Raquiel is a strong and powerful universal angel of the rank of seraphim. He resides in the center of earth to help Lady Gaia. Wow, what befitting that I got 4 angels here. We started with Lady Gaia and we're ending with Archangel Raquiel. And Archangel Raquiel is the one who is helping Lady Gaia. His color is black. His retreat is above Uluru, Australia, and he oversees that continent. He is the twin flame of Archangel Jules, Joules, who is in charge of the oceans, and they work together. They take the knowledge and wisdom you have stored in your earth star chakra and use it to enable you to make a deeper connection with Lady Gaia. Now, the earth star chakra is lower than your feet, okay? I think it's like 6 inches below your feet. Humans are bridges to source, and Archangel Raquiel collects the energy that flows down through humanity and sends it to Lady Gaia. He also directs it to the people who are truly ready for it to use it for the planet, and to the portals, ley lines, and great pyramids of the earth, for they are cosmic computers. In addition, he sends this energy to the 4 constellations, stars, and planets connected with Earth's ascension. Watch this. Orion, Sirius, Pleiades, and Neptune. Thank you, Goddess Power. This card calls you to higher planetary service in a way that illuminates you as you serve. It suggests you bring light down through your 12 chakras and then mentally connect with Archangel Raquiel and send the energy through the ley lines. Then form bridges of light to the pyramids of Earth and the stars. See Earth and the cosmos light up with pure golden light. It is important to make sure you are grounded and receptive through this process. For pure energy from Archangel Raquiel is now streaming back up through you, lighting you up. All right? So be a blazing flame, radiating in all directions. Well, we just asked Archangel Raquiel we asked Archangel Raquiel to help us and teach us how to do this. For those of us who are truly ready, and those of us who may want to do this, help them get ready. All right, help us get ready. As I'm putting this back, Archangel Raquiel is going to be confirmed by Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, this is talking about carrying the violet flame. It is time for transmutation. All right, learning how to transmute stuff. All right, Archangel Amethyst is confirming Archangel Uriel's message, which Archangel Amethyst is saying, purify your life with love. prepare for something better. So for some of you who are going through a death moment where something is dying off in your life, just know that you're being prepared for something better. Seraphim Seraphiel is being confirmed by Archangel Budalil, saying being interdependent, expanding your horizons. All right. I'm gonna look that up. And Lady Gaia, ain't that beautiful? Is being confirmed by Archangel Mary, opening your heart with compassion, enfolding others in love, or enfold others in love. All right. Let me see what Archangel Budalil was talking about, and then I'm out of here. If y'all want me to talk about something when I come back, just put it in the description box. All right. Archangel Butalil is a universal angel who works with the cosmic blueprint. Now, mind you, you see these different planetary bodies that this archangel has. Okay. With Archangel Metatron, he oversees the stars and planets, ensuring that they are in their rightful places. He uses his wisdom to keep them in equilibrium, to regulate the huge cosmic currents that flow around them, and to keep the cohesion of the stellar world. He also works with the archangels of the nature kingdoms and inner earth, and links intergalactic experience to Seraphina, the mighty seraphim working with humanity. That's why she came and peeked out. He radiates a shimmering white light and has a natural affinity with unicorns, who help him with their pure energy. Y'all drop a unicorn emoji for me. His etheric, I like to say etheric because I'm country and I stretch everything. His etheric retreat is above Earth in the central point where the 4 ascension constellation stars and planets, there we go again, this is the second time, Neptune, Pleiades, Orion and Sirius meet, and he steps his frequency down to enter our planet through the Great Pyramid of Egypt. Now, watch this. Drop this, y'all, if y'all want to receive. Y'all receiving it. If y'all receiving it, you taking it into your spirit so it can come to pass in your life. Drop your emojis. I'm loving it. I see it. Your unicorn emojis. This card calls on you to expand your horizons. That's what he wants you to do. This is an important incarnation for you. So step up to be all that you can be. Develop interdependence. For this is the quality that will enable the new golden age to flourish. Thank you, baby. Put that over here. I don't want them to see my good. As you practice it, others will follow your light. Invoke unicorns. See, we invoking unicorns, y'all. Invoke unicorns and ask them to work with you, and your purity will be noted. Your higher guidance is to influence people and promote a flow of goodwill, love, peace, and accord. By connecting with others, communicating, and cooperating for the highest good, you will enable your life to flow in harmony. All right? So, at the end of the day, that's what's happening, y'all. We are being activated because the stars and the planets are being activated. All right? As above, so below. As above, so below. What's happening above is happening now down here. All right? Look, she wants to talk. Archangel Christine. I always say, this is just what I follow. You don't have to follow what I do. But this is just something for me. I always say that when I get a deck, and if the card that is the focus on the box of that deck comes out, the message is strong. Well, as you can see, that's happening right now. Archangel Christine is the angel on the deck, on the box. So this message is extremely strong. And we talked about accepting the Christ consciousness and upgrading the Christ consciousness. And she's right here saying, accept the Christ light, act with wisdom and love and compassion. Right? She's saying that we do. Sometimes, you know, we want to rumble with some of these trolls, but it don't be worth it. We act with wisdom and love and compassion. We do. Your guidance is to open up to Archangel Christine and allow her to fill you with Christ's light as well as wisdom. Know that from the moment you invoke her, she starts to pour unconditional love and wisdom and golden wisdom into you. She helps you experience everyone and everything from an enlightened perspective. Take a moment to feel her energy flowing into your mind, and then consciously being the light you have received to others. So she wants you to beam that light onto others. Archangel Christine calls on you to approach every person you meet today with wisdom and love and compassion. Notice how they respond to you. In addition, treat situations around you with sagacity. To the exact extent that you exude wisdom and love and compassion, Archangel Christine will help your life to transform. She is the twin flame of Archangel Jophiel and carries the divine feminine light of wisdom and love and compassion. Okay? This beautiful golden archangel holds and radiates the Christ light. When your crown chakra becomes fifth dimensional, she places a ball of cosmic wisdom into it, infusing the 1,000 petals with light and attracting beautiful energies to you. Archangel Christine is helping those. Must be the truth. Archangel Christine is helping those who are on the ascension path to proceed with wisdom and also to help others onto their path. She shares a retreat with Archangel Jophiel, a glorious etheric golden temple over the mountains of northern China. I want to say this is probably Tibet. So now we're talking about Shambhala energy, Shangri-La. Together they are beginning to release some of the wisdom held in the land in the east in order to help the planetary ascension. Well, that was beautiful. We received that. We receive that. We receive it. We receive it. Well, I hope this has helped y'all. I hope that whatever we talked about will spark you, will spark your mind, will spark change in your mind, your body, and your soul. And I really do pray for all of us that we have the courage to ascend while we continuously have the spirit of gratitude in our hearts, and that we would embody the unconditional love that Christ consciousness is, so that we can transcend this world as we transcend ourselves. That's really what it is. And may we get the wisdom to see our adversaries as opportunities to expand our spiritual light. All right? So that concludes this live. I love y'all. And until then, stay safe and guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life.